We live in a world where success is measured in terms of money and power, implying that if you do not have enough money and influence, then you are not successful, or put plainly, that you are a failure. Arianna Huffington does not agree with this yardstick for measuring success, arguing that a third element has to be included in the mix. This third element, according to Huffington, comes in the form of giving, which makes life fulfilling and enriching. Adam Grant, in his Givers and Takers speech, as well as his Give and Take book, expounds on this flawed yardstick, citing it as the major cause of paranoia within corporate settings. He explains this by using the analogy of givers and takers in a company, a representation of individuals who would do anything in order to succeed, and those who give in terms of helping others, and how these different sets of interactions affect their performances. In the quest for greatness in the corporate sphere, and attaining a sense of fulfilled and balanced life, such aspects as giving, establishing useful networks, and the art of persuasion will go a long way, helping one climb up the corporate ladder and create a lasting impact in the process. In the case of Roizen, an experienced expert in the technology industry, her sociable nature would help her establish vast networks with which she would use to climb the corporate ladder and help others improve themselves in their careers, as well as through connecting them with the right people with whom she had established a connection. Roizen would use her vast networks as a platform for marketing her newly established tech company. In a market environment dominated by rival firms that had huge capital investment with which to publicize themselves. As her firm did not have the financial muscle to undertake publicity projects, Roizen would leverage on her networks, using them to spread word around about her company and the products it dealt with. Roizen's networks would come in handy, while she was in charge of 300 developers at Apple Inc. at a time. When the tech giant was losing its market share, she called in favors with her contacts to show support for the firm's products, and the result was a renewed confidence in Macintosh products, especially when the Wall Street Journal published clippings of software CEOs drumming support for Apple. These same CEOs were the people Roizen had contacted. This demonstrates the power of networks in turning a seemingly bad situation into a good one. After spending a successful time at Apple, Roizen would later opt for a less strenuous life and chose to pursue the line of a venture capitalist, where she would use her knowledge and experience in the tech field to advise startup companies in exchange for an equity stake in the company. It is here that she would interact with many people in the tech industry, some of them being her former colleagues and friends, since her position gives her an elevated platform to know where opportunities exist within the industry, giving her a competitive advantage. Roizen would use her networks to help her friends in need by connecting them with some of her established contacts. As she now had much more time on her hands, she would engage more in social events, using the opportunity to know something about the people she would interact with by her amiable and outgoing nature. In so doing, she would widen her network beyond just the tech sector, but to other spheres as well. From the analysis of Roizen's set of networks, it is clear that the aspect of giving, networking, and the element of persuasion clearly stands out. Some within the corporate circles believe that to be successful, they have to take and give less. They only give when it is their advantage. Some, however, give too much, such that they feel worn out through their act of giving. This is mostly the case when employees misconstrue giving to mean being nice, being altruistic, or a sense of burden when you reach out for help from others. In the case of Roizen, she would not only extend help to her networks, but also call in a favor in case she needed one. It was not a matter of take and take, neither was it give and give, but rather a balanced state of freely giving and receiving without strings attached. Persuasion also played a key role in the success of Roizen's flourishing career. In leadership, where the boss gets things done through other people, persuasion is one of the most important tools that one could learn. Some believe that persuasion is only for those who are charismatic and eloquent, but the reality is that it follows a set of principles that can easily be learned. In order to persuade people, a leader should possess special skills and expert knowledge in the field. They cannot have followers if there is nothing that distinguishes them from other employees. They must be unique. Roizen, for instance, had vast experience in marketing skills in the tech market, which is why she was able to command a reputable following and be a respected figure in the field. The commonly held perception that success is best demonstrated by the accumulation of money and power is misleading, as there are other important aspects of the success equation. The power of networks, the influence of giving, and the power of persuasion play a critical role in promoting success in one's career progress. Individualistic tendencies in corporations, where employees take more instead of giving, should be slowly transformed through a mixture of balanced giving, where the cost of giving does not hurt the giver, while at the same time benefiting the intended receiver.